All right. Welcome, y'all, to some modern FNM at Lost Legion Games and Comics, hosted by Last Spartan MTG. Today, we are um, going to be having, looks like, 4 rounds of some modern tonight. This first match is going to be Tyvar combo versus Hammertime. My name is Chris Ring. I will be your commentator this round. It'll just be me, myself, and I tonight. Mr. Aaron could not make it. Alright, Esper Sentinel from Hammer, Noble Hierarch from Tyvar combo. Typical turn 1 plays for both these groups. Sigarda's Aid swings the Esper Sentinel. Passes turn. Stoneforge finds itself a Cauldron completed. And we're going to go into a Giver of Runes. So Hammertime here either needs to be a little quicker than the Tyvar deck, which can be explosive right here, or it needs to find a way to remove that Stoneforge. Hammer is in the tank here, thinking a bit. Welcome to chat, y'all. Welcome to chat. Swings with a hammer equipped to an Esper Sentinel. It's going to be a total of 11, taking him down to 6. Alright, so he's leaving that Stoneforge up probably so he can put Cauldron into play to block this hammered out Esper Sentinel. Swings with the Esper Sentinel, activates the Stoneforge. Cauldron complete into play, living weapon trigger. So now it is indestructible. Whenever it deals damage, it'll exile that Esper Sentinel. Cauldron complete is a heck of a magic card. For those of you who would like a more in-depth text there, just put it in the chat for you. It's a wall of text. Skelv. Now, I don't remember all the details on Skelv, but it's kind of like a giver of ruins that gives toxic. Phyrexian Might 1/1 with Toxic 1. It cannot block. Choose a color, pay a white or Phyrexian and tap it. Choose a color. Another target creature you control gains Toxic 1 and Hexproof from that color until end of turn. And it cannot be blocked by creatures of that. It cannot be creatures of that color this turn. So Tyvar is looking good here. And it looks like he even equipped a Shadow Spear onto that Phyrexian Germ. So he's kind of living a dream right now. So Hammer's going to be looking for an answer here. He's at 11, big board state. That Kaldra is now swinging for 5, 6, 7 with Exalted. 7 trample, lifelink, indestructible. Big old boy. Welcome to chat, welcome to chat. Any topics y'all would like me to discuss, feel free to chime in. I'll be more than happy to answer them. So we got a Skelv with a hammer on it. That Skelv does have Toxic. But that's going to be a long clock there because it's just Toxic 1. Alright, we're going to game 2 here. That trample was a big deal there. Zach's up 1 game. Hey, Mr. McAllister. Not a lot. You want to join me a little bit? No? Tyvar combo up 1 game against Hammer. Kaldra had a Shadow Spear on it when he was down at 6, and that kind of Saved him a bit. Plus the exalted trigger off the noble.
Don't do that. Make something down to just ink moth out.
Yeah, Ink Moth. He did have a Skrelv. Yeah, not the best, but that toxic one would have slowly chipped away.
Well, I mean, all you gotta do is throw a hammer on it.
And he did have that.
Weapon.
All right, chat. Welcome. I see Mr. Turner has joined us.
You can't out him like that. He is whatever his name is.
I will send you to Jesus.
I will send you to Jesus. Hello, Miss Alex _Indria. So, for those of you just joining in, we had Tyvar combo versus Hammertime. We are going into game 2. Tyvar combo got there with a Cauldron complete attached with a Shadow Spear, gaining life, indestructible, trampling. Hammer is going to be on the play game 2. Hammer is a very explosive deck. We could see, a possible turn 2 win depending on what Hammer has. So it could be I'd say it's about a 50-50 matchup. I don't see it being favored one way or the other. Both decks can be explosive. Tyvar combo didn't win through his combo win, but he did get there through, just the turn 3 Cauldron. How's everyone doing tonight, chat? It is just me, myself, and I tonight. I do not have my trusty co-host, Mr. Turner. He sadly was unable to make it tonight. Trying to see the hand here. Having a bit of a hard time seeing Hammer's hand. Tyvar combo. Looks like we got the Vizier. We have the Druid. So he does have combo in hand. Just needs that Tyvar, which I believe I see. So it looks like he's got full combo. Alright, Arid Mesa, Fetch, Shock, getting Hallowed Fountain, getting a Hallowed Fountain. And we're either probably seeing Esper Sentinel here or a Sigarda's Aid. Alright, so we don't have a door here. Did turn the gain down a bit, so hopefully it's not as loud for you. Able to hear the players and all. Shadow Spear onto a Ornithopter. Hitting for 1, gaining 1. Alrighty. Alright, guys, trying to fix this a bit. Playing around with the microphone volume since we were hearing those players earlier. Getting into, looks like we had a concession from Hammer. We had a Cauldra, yep, exact same play we had last time, just no Shadow Spear on it. And he got the, he also had the infinite combo on field, so that's kind of cool. We're going to be going into round 2 here. We don't know who we will be seeing, but right now we do have a chance of seeing Tyvar combo again going into round 2. So stream will be right back, and we will catch you all on the flip-flop. Alright guys, welcome back. So we are still in round 1. This is just a little bonus match for you. We got Matt on Jund Saga and Jeff on Death Shadow. They are currently going into game 3 here. Game 3 of round 1. Just trying to give you guys a little extra here tonight. So some key things here, both decks are running engineered explosives, and which is great for honestly both sides. Engineered explosives on one against Jeff from Matt, that takes care of his big threats being Death Shadow. And then engineered explosives on 2 for Jeff against Matt will be big for Termagoy, for Ren and 6, a couple other things. I believe we will have Jeff on the play going into this one. Alright, so Matt, we got a double Saga hand with a Ragavan. Couldn't see anything else. Alright, Jeff on the play, starting off with a Shocked Watery Grave pass. And we have a... What are we doing here, Matt? We're going to shock in a Blood Crypt, and we're probably going to go Ragavan here, make Jeff have that removal for the Ragavan. And we're going to consider from Jeff. He's going to look at his top card, decide whether or not he wants that in the grave or not. And then once he decides that, he will draw that card. One of my favorite cards, both in Modern and Pioneer. It's a great hybrid card there. Fills the grave, and it's just a 1 mana draw a card at instant speed. Now that is really nice Murktide. Not something he necessarily wants to see in the grave, but it is a nice little addition in Death Shadow now. Death Shadow has a lot of instants and sorceries with, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Stubborn Denial, Counterspell, Consider. Why not just have a creature that gets stupid big with instant and sorceries when it comes into play? Alright, so I believe we got a Haywire Might over here from Matt. Leaving a black or red open for Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt. Again, y'all, we are still in round 1. This is just a little bonus match for you. They were going into game 3, and to fill in some of this dead time, this is what we have for you. Engineered explosives on 0. So the reason we do 0 here on that engineered explosives from Jeff is for the Urza Saga tokens. Those tokens get really big really quick. XX tokens, where X is equal to the number of artifacts you do control. That stud playing Jund. That'll be a Mr. Matt. I don't know if he has one of those. I can find that out and reach out to you, let you know a cost. Sheriff Max, again, welcome to the chat. Will do, Sheriff Max, will do. Alright, we got a Haywire Mite and a Saga token and a Nihil Spell Bomb. That Saga token is a 3/3. Haywire Mite, going to be getting in a little damage more than likely. Jeff's just trying to decide whether or not he wants to pop that E this early or if he wants to wait for that second construct to come in. Look, Sheriff Max, I will do whatever I can to appease the chat. I'll do what I can within reason. And if it's something as simple as finding out if this man has one of those, we can do that. Alright, so Saga trigger on the stack goes to 3. He is not going to activate it to create another token, probably because of that EE. Smart move there, Mr. McAllister. Goes and gets a Soul Guide Lantern. Not a card I fully have all the memory of, but I do know it likes its graveyard. So let's bring that card up here for you real quick. Soul Guide Lantern, 1 mana artifact. When it enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard. He exiled Fatal Push. He can tap it and sacrifice it, exile each opponent's graveyard, which is really good against a Murktide deck. And also, when you sacrifice Soul Guide Lantern, you can draw a card. Or you can also pay a 1, tap it, draw a card. Alright, so that EE took care of a Goblin token off Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Looks like Death Shadow is struggling to see land here. Loots a lightning bolt. Is he going to pitch another one? No, he's just going to discard 1, draw 1 off that Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Plays land for turn. Bloodstained Mire. Still got that Ragavan in hand. Probably deciding whether or not he wants to dash it. He's not. He's just going to hardcast said Ragavan. And there's a Fatal Push for the Rag. Push monkey, push monkey, push monkey, ooh. And in response, looks like we're going to have a Soul Guide Crack. But is it for the draw a card or exile a grave? It is for the draw a card. Death Shadow is getting a bit of land screw here. Now, Death Shadow does have a lot of plays on 1 and 2 mana. Um, but ultimately, Death Shadow wants to go threat and either hold up a counter spell like a Stubborn Denial or, hold up threat removal spell. Mr. Payton, welcome in here. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. Doing pretty good.
Right on. Looks like we're going to have the man, the myth, the legend, the Last Spartan joining us very soon, sponsoring his channel. That'll be nice. Haven't had him commentating yet on these matches. Peyton, this match, without the exception of Land Screw, I got to see a bit of it round 2 out there as they were playing, or game 2 as they were playing. Very back and forth matchup. You think if Jeff does see his third land here, we're going to be back to the races?
I think if Jeff sees his third land, Matt will be in trouble, just because Jeff's deck and his main deck alone has so many copies of Dress Down, and Matt's threats aren't very good against that. He has construct tokens, Tarmogoyfs. Another problem for Jeff is that his threats are weak to Grist, and we know that Matt has probably 2 or 3 of those, probably 3 of those in his main deck alone.
So right now, really the only thing holding Jeff back has been not seeing lands.
Not seeing lands.
That has been what's holding him back this third game here. All right, we're going for a Murktide. Let's see. I got Fatal Push, a Stubby. I think that Murktide's going to be coming in with 4 counters.
Unfortunately for Jeff, I don't think I see this Murktide surviving long.
I have not been able to see Matt's hand too well.
There's a Fury off the top, I think.
I think I saw a Fatal Push and an EE in hand for Matt. Yeah, Fatal Push, EE, and possibly land.
Yeah.
It's EE Fatal Push. So that Fatal Push doesn't touch the Merc. EE, he's not going to get it up high enough on the... So that Murktide is currently alright, given the or is that a construct?
I think that Murktide came in with 3 counters, so...
No, it came in with 4. Because there was a Consider, a Fatal Push, a Stubborn Denial, and 1 other card. That was an instant or sorcery.
So, funnily enough, a way Matt can kill this Murktide is to attack and then copy.
Crack that spell bomb.
Does Reflection copy tokens, or is it non-token? Or is it just not?
Let's bring up Fable the Mirror Breaker here.
Because I haven't played with this card much.
The Miro Breaker. Wow. Well, what is this card? 3 cards. Let's try this again. I typed something wrong here.
Let's see what this says.
I got it here. Token. Create a token that's a copy of another target non-legendary creature. So it can copy tokens. It can copy the Saga tokens.
The way Matt could have dealt with this Murktide was attacking with his construct, copying it before the damage, getting it to
Pumping
5,
it.
and then popping his spellbomb on
Yep.
it.
That would have been a way to deal with the Murktide here.
But I think he might have missed that. But Jeff also might have just not blocked because he might have saw that line.
Yeah, that Murktide, that might be the card that gets it for Jeff here.
Yeah, if Matt can't answer it, then I don't think he has any ways to answer it in his hands. He might go for a redraw with his Nihil Spellbomb here, but I mean, he's facing lethal right now. That would take him off any black mana he would have to cast Terminate or Grist, unless he has one in hand.
Yeah, but at the same time, I also don't think he wants to crack these artifacts that
Well,
can
I mean,
utilize because he has the construct out and he wants to try to keep it as big as he can.
he has the he has the Springleaf Drum to make mana. Is that a glisten out there? I believe that was his way. His out last turn was to attack and trick Jeff into blocking.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't know if he saw that or.
So he's still got that EE in hand, a Tarmogoyf, and a Fatal Push. That is Matt's hand right now.
All those cards do not stop a 7/7 Murktide. If he were to
This
copy
may
the construct, that is lethal without Jeff having a removal spell. But I don't think I'm going to say that him having a removal spell is pretty likely here.
I mean, I think with what he has in hand, I think Matt kind of has to go for that line here.
I think he has
just
to
makes him have it.
Yeah,
make him have it.
I like that line much more than redrawing. Yes, he's going for it.
Or he's copying something. All right, there it is. There's that. It has haste, swinging 1, 2.
It's gonna be 10.
All right, there's the dress down. Dress down was big.
That's gonna stop. That's gonna end this one.
Yep, we're going to be going into round 2, y'all. We will be right back shortly. Jeff picked that one up. See the sideboards here. So Jeff himself was sitting on a grist. Looks like a Turok, another Brazen Borrower, and possibly a Thoughtseize. But we will be right back, y'all, for round 2 of this modern FNM. Show here while I set this. All right. Welcome back to this modern FNM tonight. We are going into round 2. We're going to be seeing Mr. Jeffrey again on Death Shadow versus what I've been told from Tony, and it's looking right, is Murktide. A good one for Tony, not one we see from him. Should be an exciting matchup. Both decks running Murktide. And, Death Shadow does have a couple more threats than Murktide, I believe. Just depends on if Tony is running Letter Shredder or not tonight. And I'm also joined by the host of this channel, the reason this is possible, Mr. Last Spartan MTG himself. Welcome to your first commentary on your channel.
First time, and I do the videos all the time. I'm a little nervous. Looks like Tony started out with a Mistress Bauble into a fetch. We get the fetch Shock Ragavan. Looks like he's going to 17. So we're going to find out basically if the red spells that Tony has is better than the black spells that Jeff has.
Yeah. So, Tony's removal comes in the form of Unholy Heat.
Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, Unholy Heat, Lightning Bolt.
So basically, Jeff's going to have to play around making sure his shadows are bigger than 6 power, 6 toughness, so it doesn't die to the heats.
Right. So, Jeff himself, he might be caught off a little bit by seeing Bauble, steam vents from Tony.
Where's Murktide? Interesting, Tony decided to Bauble on turn 1 instead of
not rag.
Well, he waited and played the Letter Shredder on turn 2 when he could have gotten the Connive Trigger on the Shredder, but maybe he didn't have the Shredder in hand to start.
Yeah, maybe that was his draw.
Just want to consider. Classic.
So I do think some key cards in this matchup will be that Letter Shredder from Tony. It's an early threat. earlier than Jeff's threats, and I believe some key cards from.
But Jeff is packing Fatal Push,
Right.
and that can kill him any kind of size shredder.
Yeah.
Jeff's removal is a lot better in this matchup.
Well, the only thing that Fatal Push does not kill against Tony is the Murktide himself.
Mm-hmm. Just like Shredder got drowned instead of pushed. That also
Drown
killed
in
him.
the lock. Drown in the lock.
That card's always very iffy because you got to play on your opponent's graveyard, have to fill it. But with a deck like Murktide, you're trying to fill the graveyard up. Oh, a Dash Ragavan by
Dash
Tony.
monkey. Dash monkey, dash monkey, dash monkey. Ooh.
Flips a Grist, can't cast it.
Ba-da-ba. He's gonna get that treasure too.
Nice.
Thanks. Gotta keep it entertained.
You got a wait. Is that a? That's treasure. Okay.
It's a treasure token.
Another Bobble with Bobble and Jeff. Can't see what it is, but it's like a Street Wraith maybe.
He picked up a Murktide, I think. I think he picked up a Murktide. I could be wrong on that.
I think Jeff's going to be playing pretty cautious with his life total here. Because Tony does have bolts to bolt him out, but he also doesn't want his Death Shadows to die to something like Unholy Heat, which Tony has creature, land, and artifact. So he's one off.
Can you imagine if Unholy Heat was just any target? That would have to be. That would have to be a commander product.
Yeah, they never print that.
You could. I think you could. It would just have to be a commander product, but
1 mana delirium deal 60.
it would instantly get banned in Legacy Vintage.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's make Legacy Burn better.
All right, so we got
Double
two
shadow.
shadows here, coming in as 2/2s. Now, interesting. Jeff runs a lot of copies of Dress Down in his main board because he likes this interaction of just flash in, dress down, make my shadows 13/13s.
It's a very powerful play, especially if you're not looking forward. It's like Tony's got another bobble.
I think
that right
if seeing Tony's hand here, I
the
think
brazen bar is
if
fine.
Jeff has that dress down, that's the nail in the coffin. We're going to game 2.
Yeah, but Tony does have a lot of interaction. Murktide got counter spells, and
He does have a brazen bar.
so he could bounce the dress down in response. Looks like he's lacking on the removal. Maybe Ragavan comes out for a block duty. Yeah, I'm sure Ragavan came out for block duty. If only them Stratos had trample another bobble heavy hand. Choose the bobble Jeff again. Still can't see what it is. Looks like maybe a stubborn now, I'm gonna guess, with the logo on the bottom, but we won't know until we see it. Tony passed the turn. Holding up the interaction, I guess, with the brazen bar world.
Yeah, he's not wanting to take it.
Missed his land drop too.
He's going to give up the Ragavan here, and he's going to return the 1 shadow to
I
his
think your prophecy might come through though. I think Jim had the dress down hand. There it is.
Boom. There
Now,
it is.
Tony can also brazen bar that in response though. Or before damage, 4 blocks.
My prophecy almost came to fruition.
Yep. Oh no. He spell snared it.
Spell snare.
Oh, stubborn denial though.
Stubby. And he's tapped out. So he's.
Oh, no, Tony. Oh, because
He's only got the 1 treasure. And.
Gonna
Unholy Heaton.
Unholy Heat.
That spell snare gave him delirium.
Oh, I think they were scooping it up. They were going to
Yep,
game 2.
going
You were
game
right.
2.
Dress down was.
Told you that. I don't know what happened there. Going to game 2. So
The combat trick there, just dress down. And it's kind of like, a better Teamer's Battle Rage. You
Yeah.
know, you can.
and you're not constrained on mana. Like playing Grinch's Death Shadow. I think because Dress Down is in Modern, you're able to just play Blue-Black Shadow and be perfectly
I
fine.
think they are talking about the interaction of the stubborn denial, and he struggled the Street Wraith to make it 4 power. Yeah, that's what they're talking about right now. So yeah.
So I don't know Jeff's sideboard here. You think because you think he's going to be bringing in Surgical Extraction here? Thoughtseize, get rid of the threat,
Well,
Surgical it.
I don't think you should in the matchup, but knowing Jeff Snodgrass, he will probably bring it in because he loves that card.
But also, Jeff's off-the-wall strategy sometimes just come in handy for him.
Jeff-
The opponent doesn't expect it, and it just gets you.
Jeff was talking about playing 4 Layla on the Void in the sideboard, so we could be seeing that coming out, and I think that's definite add. Keep Murktide off the Murktides. That's the one card that Jeff will have trouble beating is the Murktide itself.
Yeah. I can totally get behind that.
For Tony, I don't know what the most stock Murktide list for play more counter magic.
We know Tony likes some spice here. we know Tony has Splice.
We'll see. He's like only bringing in 2 cards though, so I'm going to guess it's more counter magic.
Maybe more counter magic. Maybe an unlicensed hearse.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he didn't see Murktide. Does he know Jeff's on Murktide? I mean, you see Blue Black Shadow. It's kind of a fringe deck. Do you know he's playing the card Murktide Ranger?
If you see Blue Black Shadow and you don't know the Murktide's there, you could bring it in for like a Gurmag Angler.
True. I mean, he has to know Jeff's playing more threats than just Death Shadows. I mean, you can't feel him playing 4.
Does he bring in EE for 1 against Shadow?
Yes, if you have EE, you bring that in for sure.
I mean, there's a few things. Probably Flusterstorm.
Yeah, and then Murktide lets run Flusterstorm on the side. Like I said, but we don't know what these players have in their sideboards. So, but I'm going to guess both of them will be loaded up with more counter magic, and if they have, for Jeff, he'll definitely bring a Graveyard Interaction.
Yeah.
I don't know what Tony has in his sideboard, but if he doesn't know the Murktide's there, it could get caught by it. So I'm still interested in the line of what if Tony had the Ledger Shredder and the bobble.
You know, that's something we might be able to go out and find out after this round. Just because you want to play that second spell.
Yeah, I mean,
you want to trigger Connive as early as possible.
The best thing about the Ledger Shredder is being able to play it on turn 2, get the Connive trigger, get the draw, get the filter your deck a little bit, and you get the draw off the bobble too on your opponent's turn. So it's just.
I mean, you yourself used to be a Murktide player, so like.
I mean, the best turns were with the Shredder and the bobble. Now, but with Tony, if he's playing DRC, you got to decide on turn 1. Do you want that Surveil trigger off the DRC?
Right.
Important too, or you play turn 1 DRC, turn 2 Shredder, and then bobble. You get a lot of value.
No, I think
it's important for Tony to start maybe on turn 1 Ragavan and make Jeff have the removal.
Tony needs to have the early pressure here. He needs to have the turn 1 Ragavan. He needs to have the turn 2 Shredder with early Connive, and then into ideally a turn 3 Murktide. Just thread after thread after thread. That way, Jeff just runs out of removal.
Yeah,
that's what Tony wants to do.
I said, I'm pretty sure Jeff's running like 9 counter spells pre board. So
really,
a couple spell pierce in the side. So I'm really just went in.
So was he on like 4 charm, 4 counter spell, 4 stubby?
No, he's on 4 counter spell, 2 Arbitrage Charm, I think 2 stubby, and maybe it's 3 stubby. I know it's 9 pre-board, and then he had a couple spell snares or spell pierces in the side. So it's like Tony's got some bolts, some DRCs, a Ragavan. Looks like a pretty early start. Jeff showing his hand. Couldn't really get a little peek at it. It looks like some lands.
Ragavan and Holy Heat, Steam Vents, Lightning Bolts.
We're both keeping, so we're rolling. Tony gonna lead off for the Ragavan? Yep.
Yeah. Like we said, he's got to keep that pressure early.
Jeff
he does have a spell snare in hand.
Ooh, what a rip off the top. Bad. Feels bad, man. Jeff goes to 18 to Fatal Push off the top one time.
Drew an island. Now, is that DRC?
It's DRC. I'd probably go DRC, hold up the spell snare. He's Tony sneaking there, but I think he's better to
go. I think Tony sees that one. I don't know how much practice Tony has had with Murktide.
Mainly a Thopter player.
Yeah, he's Tony Thopter. He's Tony Thopter.
Jeff just plays the island and passes back, probably holding up counterspell for whatever. I think this is choose and when the threat deploy too.
There's the EI.
Yeah, big card in this matchup. Something Jeff don't have.
EI, is one of my favorite cards in Modern.
It's banned in almost every format for a reason.
It's so good. It's essentially 1 mana if you hit a land.
I mean, I've seen people on Twitter say that I'm just going to play EI. Oh, Jeff's going to counter it though. So that's big for Jeff. Like Tony Bend, Murktide. People talk about EI as it's banned in every other format, so I'm going to play it in Modern until they stop me. So, I mean, I agree with that sentiment. Why not? It's the best. It's probably one of the best cards. At least the best value card.
That's one reason I love Pioneer is I get to run Dig Through Time.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite cards.
It's a card that's not allowed in other formats.
Yeah, it's one reason I have a big draw to Pioneer is Dig Through Time. For the exact same reason as people have the draw to Modern for EI.
Tony's got a spell snare, a lightning bolt,
and a Murktide.
Murktide, okay. Well, I wonder if he tries to deploy an early one, but Jeff's got that mana up for counterspell. But if he can play Murktide,
Creature, sorcery, land. We're one away from Delirium.
I don't think he deploys it here, but we'll see. It's interesting. But you gotta be in this matchup. You gotta be really picky with your threat deployment. When the pass, when the draw, you're basically you need to make yourself the control deck.
Now, here's something else. Jeff gets Death Shadow. You want to get your life total low. Tony could just hold on to that bolt until he's within bolt range and just pop him.
That's true. And that's something Jeff's got to be worried about. Let's say, like, on the Death Shadow side, you always got to maintain your life total and make sure in enough range.
Is it a Fury?
Looks like it. Most Murktide sideboards are running 1 or 2. That's not bad here. I mean, if it gets the early shadows, it's good. It could snipe a Murktide if it's not big enough. But it's like Jeff's just more content with just drawing land, staying go, which is fine.
Well, I mean, this is what happened to Jeff against Matt last round. He got stuck on 2 lands.
Sure, but
And
he plays a lot. Ooh,
he's
going to play
the bolt.
Bolt up top on the Death Shadow dagger. All right, we'll help you out.
Well, I mean, that gets him Delirium.
DRC trigger. Yep. If he has a Murktide in hand, he probably wants to grow it. So
Yeah, no.
bolting the shadow player before they have their shadows out seems a little.
But,
quick.
I mean,
I get it.
It didn't. He's at 14 after that bolt.
Maybe he's trying to bait out some counter magic too. Who knows? Poison our land. Looks like a Scalding Tarn and get in for 3. Delirium.
No,
Jeff down to 11. He can make what 2/2s though, if he wants.
Yeah,
right?
I do believe you want to deploy this Murktide here. Like you set yourself up for it.
I think if you have counter magic for it.
You've got
No, he's working 10 to be down with 3/3, which is
that Murktide would come in as a 5/5 here.
I mean, the best part. I mean, DRC having flying is huge. Jeff, the only way Jeff can deal with that is a
Brazen
Murktide.
Borrower.
Ooh, Jeff with the cleanup and discard of Archery Disarm. Yeah, get rid of that 3 mana spell. He ain't casting that right now.
I'm really curious how many lands Jeff's on
18.
right now. 18.
Which that's one more shadow lists are running. You have now. When I played the shadow variant of Blue Black, Bobble Shredder kind of helped you get there.
Right.
He's not playing any of that. He's playing Street Race, but we haven't seen that either for the redraws.
He's also running Consider that could help him look a bit.
This is where like you kind of like, man, should I be Grixis for? Ooh, there's Drown the Lock deployed. Does Tony have a counter?
Should I be Grixis for EI behind?
Yes, exactly. When you see the Murktide player, oh, he got counter spell. All right.
That's why he didn't deploy the Murktide. He was wanting to hold up counter spell snare.
Okay, so Jeff got push. Oh, there's
Death
that
Shadow.
shadow.
5/5 shadow.
Okay, still has the problem of the flying DRC though.
Yeah.
That shadow sure can be big. And now Tony got to decide, does he hit him to make the? He's at 15. He's pretty
He just
healthy.
Drew another Murktide.
I think it's now time to deploy it. I don't know what unless Jeff has basically a dispute in the
No,
side.
that's not a Murktide. That's a. I think we're about to see it. Consider.
Delirium trigger.
So he's gonna try to get this Murktide big.
Hopefully, and keep delirium. That'd be huge too. Like he's going to leave it on top. Nope. Oh, he did get left on top and drew it. So he wanted that card.
You go ahead and swing before you place this Murktide. I think.
Depends if he can get rid of delirium or not. Depends on what he's got. Maybe it's the guy here.
Ledger Shredder.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
No, that Shredder was his second spell this
I
turn.
think the Shredder's on block duty. I think he's down to 5 here. I mean, DRC or Shredder can kill him next turn, depending on what Jeff does here. I mean, Jeff's kind of hands are tied. Even if he does a dress down here, he can't kill. So
Yeah, he can't kill him.
But yeah, being stuck, not being able to double spell this matchup is pretty huge. Not being able to deploy a threat and also hold up counter magic or multiple counter magic and removal.
I do believe.
Jeff is getting the rest of it. We can't block their flyers.
Swinging for 8.
Can't block their flyers. Why not? And we'll see what Tony does. Tony just takes
Yeah,
it.
he just takes it.
I can understand that because now he might have lethal next turn if he gets a
He's
trigger
got lethal
on
on
the
the
Murktide. Well, no, he's got 4. He needs to get a count on that Shredder. Shredder's a 1/3. Yeah.
What we got, Tony?
Jeff's probably got counter magic though. You'll try to live through this turn if you can. Tony's got things that's pretty close. He's counting the graveyard. Is that for a Murktide?
It's either for Murktide or, like you said, to see if he can keep Delirium
And do Murktide.
All right, let's see.
He's going Murktide.
No.
He's thinking. He's really holding on to that. I think you attack first if you do anything. Unless he wants the DRC to block.
I mean, Murktide doesn't have haste, so you have no reason not to attack.
Unless he wants a
the 1
blocker.
here.
Unless he wants a blocker.
The Murktide will be a blocker. Because what's Jeff's way to get rid of Murktide?
But Shadow would be a huge.
Be 12/12.
Yeah, and you lose your graveyard. Shadow comes at 12/12. But you have to watch Shadow. Tony's at 7 now. Tony's in range. I mean, that Shadow kills Tony if he doesn't block
Or
us.
do you swing, not exile the graveyard, and just pay the extra mana for the Murktide?
It's a possibility, but also Jeff's got to have counter magic in hand. He has a grip. He had to discard for hand size. So Tony's fetching first down to 6. I think he's gonna deploy this Murktide. He's already decided. There he goes. He keeps Delirium. 2, 3, 4. Tap
He
a
has
lane
to
for the
pay
5th.
one.
Jeff,
He does have a spell snare in hand.
so Jeff has this counter spell is good.
I do believe he has a spell snare in hand.
We'll see. You just keep Delirium because he has, he has Delirium, Sorcery, Instant, Land, Creature for the Murktide region.
Yep.
Jeff lets it resolve. The answer not to fight over it. Oh, is he pitching a Fury?
He's wanting to get that second spell to get the Connive to get the lethal. That's what he's doing
Okay,
here.
yeah, I can see that.
He wants to get that second spell to get Connive to get
He's
lethal.
going all in on this turn. Jeff's going to have to counter the Fury. Oh, no, he gets the Connive trigger. Yeah, he still gets the Connive trigger regardless of what happens here. So Tony needs to, unless he's going to respond and try to kill it.
I see a Brazen Borrower in
That's
his
all that.
hand. Jeff's holding on to that Brazen Borrower.
He might be able to bounce the DRC or something here. We'll see. Connive trigger is on the stack. Okay, well, Connive trigger would happen first, but it's okay. Tony gets a card in hand, discard a non-land. That's up to 5. Jeff had a way to kill it or bounce it.
He has the Brazen Borrower.
Okay. There,
So he does
there's
petty
lethal,
theft.
Legal Swan
There's the
there.
petty theft.
Targeting. I would think you target the Shredder, right? Because you can recast DRC as one land open.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay,
takes
can
him
Jeff kill the
to
Murktide?
2.
Can Jeff kill the Murktide?
He has a second shadow in hand.
This could be big here.
He didn't see the third lane.
He swings. Tony's
Yeah,
going
he
to block.
has to block.
Just at 2. Jeff still didn't draw a third lane. Looks like we're going. Looks like game 3
I
might be
think we
in our
may
future.
have a game 3.
I don't know what Jeff's got in hand.
I think I see a Grist.
a lot of 3-mana spells. And that's where
Stubborn Denial.
Yeah, Jeff's playing a couple of Grist and Charms with 3-mana spells.
Yep,
there
we're
we go.
going to game 3.
Yeah, I think this matchup, just being able to double spell is going to be huge. And at that point, Tony just had all the options. He had plenty of
Right.
lands. And that's where, like I said, Bobble and Shredder churn through your deck so you can make those land drops.
Yeah.
Any eye finds through the lands.
And that's one thing we said going into game 2. You know, Tony kept an aggressive hand, and it paid off. And plus, Jeff being mana screwed there.
Yeah, but again, he's playing 18 lands. I mean, I think
I know me being a Boros Stoneblade player, I ran 23 lands in 2
Sure.
color.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta see.
Well, just playing Consider. He's playing Street Wraith. Like Shadow decks usually run low lands. I think we're seeing here maybe the value of having, like I said, Shredder or Bobble.
Shredder Bobble.
So maybe that's something just look into the future.
You know, I honestly don't like, or I honestly don't hate the thought that you said earlier. Maybe just splash red for that EI.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
It's not a big splash.
No, you're already playing a deck that wants to fetch shock.
Right.
So why not fetch shock? Now it does make you weaker to Blood Moon, but I mean,
But
Shadow decks
how weak does it
historically
make you to the Blood Moon?
Shadow decks are already historically bad. Yeah, I guess because you got a red spell.
I
right?
do think by adding EI, you have to lose Charm.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Which is
talk-
sad, 'cause
me and
Charm's
Jeff-
so universal.
As someone who loves Outrageous Charm, I talked to Jeff earlier before this match, or before we started playing, and I'm kind of out on Charm. Like I said, he's a low mana curve,
Right.
and he's a lower that curve more. That's why I think I'm out on the Grist too now. I think about it because like he needs to thrive on one and 2 mana spells because Murktide technically is a 2 mana spell because you're going to be delving the yard for it.
If I remember correctly, just out there watching, I think the Grist did get Jeff a game against Jun Shadow.
Sure. Grist is the
Or
powerful
Jun Saga.
Grist is the powerful card, but you can replace that with, different spells, maybe more counter magic, maybe more stubbies, maybe I don't know how many dismembers Jeff's playing, maybe more dismembers.
I think he's on 2.
Because I mean,
So
dismembers,
two
like Jeff's played a more, I would say, more combat tricky version of Shadow. At least main board with the dismembers and the dress downs.
So both players did not go back to the tool board, so they're content with how they have it set up.
I mean, be confident in your decisions, right? Play draw. We'll see if we get any mulligans. They both kept 7 both games. That's kind of huge too. I mean, I guess for Tony, he gets a Thoughtseize deck. You want to keep 7 if you can.
All right, so I see a
Spell
Bolt,
Snare.
Spell Snare, a lot of lands, and a Ragavan.
I mean, I always lead on turn 1 Ragavan. It's not a bad thing, but he is on the
that
draw.
EI or Scalding
Oh, we're
Target?
keeping. We're going. And Jeff Fetch
Go
Shock
to town.
Thoughtseize. Typical.
Down to 15.
Let me see
All right,
Tony's
so
hand here. Yep, Tony's got-
Ragavan, Bolt, Spell Snare.
That's it. I don't know. That's the keep. But I guess Jeff can pick up the Ragavan here. Yeah. Well, now Jeff knows what the spells he can play around it. Knows what
Yeah.
to bolt. So hopefully we'll see. Ooh, that's a bobble.
Picked up the ball.
That's a draw. Maybe Tony can take a top card side if he wants to draw it before you play the special land out for turn. Or you can just see what Jeff's got. I mean, opponent information is always great, but also maybe just making sure your draws are good. Nope, he's going to
He going for it.
take a peek at Jeff's.
Oh, Tony said, "Look,
I want to see
I'm
it.
going to touch this. This is game 3. This is where I'm going
The
to
pandemic's over. I want to see.
Yeah. Ooh, what's this?
Like Jeff's got another Thoughtseize or discard effect. And I like that we're going to see this kind of side of the deck because that's, I guess, what's key to this matchup is, yep, another Thoughtseize. Ripping the hand out. See what Tony drew. A Murktide.
Murktide.
That's going away. Bye-bye, buddy. Keep the threats in the graveyard. Get him out of here. Yeah, this is looking like a great start for Jeff. Beat out the rip.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't see his hand. You know, we don't know if he has the threats.
Sure.
If he doesn't have the threats, then he could put himself in a bad.
Ooh, dash
rip.
Ragavan. What a rip.
Rip. And blue does not get rid of a Ragavan.
He's going to consider, though. See what that top card is. See if he...
All right.
He wanted that
He said,
top
"Hey,
card."
you can have this second card. You can't have this one. But
Ooh,
you can have this land."
Womp womp.
Oh, hang on, I gotta do my little thing again. Dash monkey, dash monkey, dash monkey. Ooh, I'm gonna get a treasure and pop it later for you.
Jeff down to 9. Alright.
I mean, shadows would be 4/4s here.
I mean, if he's got him, you got to lay him out. I mean, you have a spell snare, so 2-mana spells.
There's a
Ooh.
Murktide. So
How does Murktide deck kill Murktides? I guess bouncing it?
Oh, heat.
That is a 6/6? Yeah, it's a 6/6.
6/6 Murktide.
So that's a heat.
Dies the heat.
So he's got a long way to go to get there. He
This guy.
has a fetch. So now he has artifact and creature.
Artifact creature, and there's one card underneath.
It's a Ragavan.
Ragavan.
Yep. So if he has like a sorcery here,
There's a letter shredder.
that's a block from the Murktide at least. He's going to double spell here. It's like he might just bolt Jeff up top, maybe just to get aggressive and
Send
thin
it to
out,
the face.
thin out his draws.
Or does he send it to the face and then just take the Murktide hit on the crackback? Just take it. I mean, it's just a Murktide.
6/6. He's at 18 or 16.
16, take him to 10.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but what's death shows out there? Jeff don't have that many combat tricks.
Right.
He's just going to beat you down, hold up interaction.
Yeah.
Like he's done the step 1 of the deck. He has played his strat. Now he has interaction to keep his strat alive. Hopefully. That's a monkey.
That monkey is well.
Got the canal trigger. We'll see if he wants to grow it. Probably not. 'cause
And he's
probably
also
block.
got the treasure holding up the spell pierce, or the
Let's see if he
Spell
can-
Snare.
I think the spell snare is probably a deck card here. Oh, he's thinking about it. He has 1 treasure, so you might want to keep it in case. It's a tough decision here. I mean, I think you keep it in hand just in case. I mean, he's on 2 mana. It counters a counter spell. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
if he gets, ooh, Tony's
He's
in the
really
take-
thinking about
in the
it.
take hard about it.
All right.
Land. Give Shredder the same size. All right, here we go. Back to Jeff. Getting Jeff. Does Jeff want to kill this Shredder or just let it die to blocks? I mean, or is he afraid with that Ragavan hit? I'm sure he's not. He's going to go in. Maybe he has a shadow in hand. But he knows Tony still has the spell snare from the Thoughtseize. All right, he's going in for 6 damage. See if Tony blocks.
Do you take it and go to 9? That's
I mean, like I said, Jeff don't have bolts or anything. Yep.
yeah. You
Just
take
takes
it.
Oh, shit.
I think I would have done the same thing.
Get aggressive. I mean, he's at just a 9 life. Maybe you can grow that Shredder out. Tony draws. What do you get? Can't tell. It's like a bolt, maybe. Really needs a holy eat here to kill that.
He's shuffling between 2 fetches. I can tell you that much. He's shuffling those 2 fetches.
Not the best to have in hand, but I mean,
I think
again,
he picked up the Flooded Strand.
Jeff had a way better hand for 2 mana. Looks like with those 2 Thoughtseizes and the Murktide.
You know, I was I was saying he would thrive on 3, but he's doing just
I bet
fine
he's
on
going.
2 here.
I bet it's going to be a block bolt on this. Yep, block bolt to kill it. Because Jeff decided he's going to block.
And
Stubby. Ooh. That's going to.
he has the spell snare.
Yep, that's going to kill it. Yep. Man, Stubby.
Stubby
Stubby
coming
looking
in
really
clutch.
good. Looking real good right now. Which we were talking about, spell pierce or Stubby, and I think in a deck like Jeff's, you just want Stubby because I mean, like I said,
Your threats are big.
your threats are going to be
Your
4/4
only thing
typically.
on the board is going to be ferocious.
Usually 4 or higher.
Yeah.
So why not? And of course, it can catch somebody early.
I mean, even a naked Murktide is the only creature in his deck that's not going to counter or trigger
You're
Stubby.
right. But like I said, how often are you deploying on Naked Murktide?
Little to never. Slim to none.
Dismember the kill the thing. Oh, it's like Jeff's going for the kill here.
I think this is probably
Game.
GG's.
Probably game here. Jeff's going to be down to like 4. We're talking about life total here. Just getting on 6. No, 5. I don't remember what I said anyway.
9. Yeah, he paid 4 mana for the.
Yes, he did 9 down to 5. Oh, no, he's only paying 2. He's only paying 2. Maybe he's afraid of some bolts from Tony. The bolt could kill him there. So,
I mean, he does have bolt.
You never know. Don't boy, you already seen one. All right, that's the game.
All right.
Yep, looks like Jeff got it. All right.
Jeff got there. We're probably seeing Jeff again next round.
We'll see. Probably. I mean, if we want to mix it up, we'll mix it up. But, I mean, we can see if the Shadow deck kind of runs the table tonight, runs
Yeah.
the room, as we call it around here.
Yeah. So, y'all, we're more than likely going to be going into round 3. We may have a bonus match. Just depends on how everyone's doing out there. As always, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Spartan, for making this possible, and in conjunction with Lost Legion Cards and Games at South Charleston, West Virginia. We do appreciate everything, and we will be right back with round 3. Some good magic there around.
Hi. I guess we were on and then turned it off. I don't know what you heard, but this is round 3. We have Peyton here on Blue White Blade and Zach Crum on Jun Saga.
So we did see a Saga match earlier.
Yep.
It was the bonus match of round 1. It ended up not getting there. It was against Jeff.
Another control-ish deck.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not seeing a lot of control-y decks tonight. Peyton, I would call it our resident control player.
Yeah,
Always,
oh, yeah.
He's always playing something.
Oh, yeah.
Something's got Canary Spell.
This one may go to time. Peyton is known for going to
But
time.
what I know was Peyton's Blue White Blade list. I think it's a control deck first with the Stone Blade finisher. And it usually plays things. So he usually has like some big Teferis and stuff in there too.
So if it's anything, if it is just true Blue White Blade, it should be on Counterspell. It'll probably be on Veto, and then it's going to have 3 Fairy, Prismatic Ending, and
Or the offer like I know the Leyline Binding list also are popular. Maybe he's want something with that. Alright, well, so we're starting out with a Mystic Gate Go, classic Blue White, and Ragavan Go, classic Jun Saga. Well, ending. Bye, monkey. Get out of here.
like I said, it's going to have ending. Bye bye monkey.
Like Crumb's going to fetch and dash. Fetch shock. Or he goes to Rocket, he can fetch from base.
I mean, dash monkey, dash monkey, dash monkey. Ooh.
So we got Peyton's Triumph out there, so maybe he is playing. Triumph's probably for the
He's
endings.
going to get the Triumph and the treasure too.
I just wonder if he's playing Triumph for the effect of
Ending, or if he's playing it for binding.
Leyline Binding.
Yeah, it's,
Inquisition.
there's binding. 2 bindings, 5 mana Teferi, and Batter Skull.
And looks like Crumb got the Sword of Fire and Ice out of his hand.
And we are not seeing a 3rd land.
Ooh, big cycle.
That's bad for the binding deck.
Especially when he only has his domain count is what, 1? So it costs 5 mana? Costs 5 mana currently with that binding?
Yeah.
If I'm feeling like Crumb, 2 free right now, we'll dash that Ragavan. Let's get
Oh,
that.
yeah, I'm feeling good.
He's wide open.
I mean, we dashing Monkey here.
Or he's going.
I think I saw Bolt in Crumb's hand too.
Might just deploy the Monkey now, knowing what he's got.
Dash
Nope,
Monkey.
yeah, why
He's
not?
tapped out.
Flip the land.
Get another treasure.
Ooh, another land.
Oh, that feels bad. That feels bad.
He's pilfering all the lands.
As one of our friends' Steam chats, Steam usernames used to be, feels bad, man.
This feel really bad.
Shout out to I think it's Beavis69 on here if he's joined in on the chat.
Dossies, man, he's
God,
just
Crumb is just all over him right
ripping
now.
cards out of the hand.
Oh gosh, this is
Somebody-
brutal.
Somebody stop this. This is not
Oh,
cool.
hang on. We got the perfect thing for this.
You can't. You just can't.
He can't keep getting away with
You
it.
can't keep getting away with this. Taking 2 lands. Monkey dash again. Yep, Monkey dash again. Oh, off another land you're scooping, right? Oh, Ellie, big mommy.
Ellis Norn.
Bye bye, mommy.
If I'm Peyton here,
I don't know.
I'm sweating.
I mean,
I'm sweating.
he's down to 11. If he draws the 3rd land, maybe he gets back in it. Especially if it's the right land, maybe he can get the domain online.
Look at Crumb. He's getting all excited. He's throwing stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it's been going quick. Crumb smells blood in the water. Like, Fable.
Fable.
Ooh, Spell Pierce.
There we go. Now Peyton's getting to do something.
Peyton fighting back. Found the low mana spell. He's rip a land here. He's easy to get back in this right now. Land?
Nope. Ottawa.
Okay, there we go.
Ottawa.
Back in a little bit. It's going to help. Too bad Crumb ripped that 3 fairy. Crumb is standing up. Like I said, we're moving quick. He smells blood in the water.
I'm hoping we slow down a bit, but also not going to complain.
Keep it up. We're rushing.
You know, you keep the control player on his back foot. You know,
That's key to this matchup
really
too.
quick.
I think for like a Jun Saga deck. Oh, Dash Monkey. Big surprise. Flip. Another land.
Another land. And a fetch at that.
3. That's 3.
He's got 2 bindings in hand. He knows it's eating away at Peyton.
If I'm Peyton, I'm a little bit.
There's a plains.
I'm a little
There's
bit
a plains.
salty. Okay.
There's a plains.
Okay.
So we are now at domain count 2.
Yes.
So he
Nope, he can- still cannot.
He's 1 away from
One away
binding.
from binding. So that Ragavan is still free rolling. There's a Saga by Crumb. That's the key card of the name here, Jun
There you
Saga.
go.
You
know
know,
what'd
Ragavan
be-
dash. Bang.
You know what'd be hot
Ooh,
here?
oh, I can't binding. Okay.
You know what'd be hot here? If he was running a Wandering Emperor, flash it in.
Maybe binding's 1 less than we're thinking.
It's white and 5. It's reducing by 2, so it's white and 3. It's exact.
Okay. Okay. He does have enough. That makes sense. I wasn't counting that way. Okay. So we had another monkey played out by Chrome. Just deploy the threat. He knows he has a 2nd binding. Another land. Breeding pool that helps out with the bindings too. He has Big Tef in hand. Would you do
So
that?
it's white and 2 right now.
Yep, so you can still cast it. Looks like he's going to cast it again. Yep, goodbye, monkey number 2.
He said, "Look, I'm tired of getting beat by these monkeys. They're mine."
I'll be really intrigued to Peyton the stabilizer man.
He's at 12.
It was a really bad start.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's at 12. He's not at a bad life total.
Your shadow.
Crumb does have
Saga's on 2. He's going to make a token.
He make a 3/3 here,
If I'm Peyton, I'm probably big Teferi, right?
or you just play a Batter Skull.
You can play Bear Skull.
There it is.
Yep. Living Weapon comes in. Was it a 5/4/4 or 5/5?
He's a 4/4 Vigilant Lifelinker
That gets him.
with pay 3 mana, return Batter Skull to your hand.
Okay.
I got loud out there. Something happened.
Having some fun times. Crumb taps. Saga goes up to 3.
So
Saga goes up to
Saga
3.
trigger.
Yep. He's making another construct. That Merfolk is a
It's
construct.
construct.
So let's say we have what is treasure out there too. So they are
4/4s
2 4/4s.
plus whatever he gets off this Saga. So 5/5s.
I'm gonna guess might have a spell bomb.
I see Nihil Spellbomb.
Yeah, he probably uses a spell bomb here. Just Springly Drone. More mana.
Spring Leaf Drum. He's got mana for days.
For Peyton here, I mean, what Supreme Verdict? I mean, that's what you're looking for now. I'm sure he plays something like that.
Peyton's got to be running So Springleaf Drum, for those at home, if you're not too familiar or you're new to Modern,
He used it to tap the
one mana artifact. You can tap it, tap an untapped creature you control, and add a mana of any color.
He used that second construct to equip the Shadow Spear to his construct to hit for 6. So Peyton is down 2/6.
6th lifelink.
Yeah, the trample. Pick up his lands. Looking for probably a big Teferi cast here. Maybe tuck something.
I mean, he's gonna get in with that Batter Skull, get the life link.
Big Teferi. What's up? Are you ticking up or ticking down? Probably tuck it. Yeah, tuck the construct, tuck it. Perfect. Get that thing off the board. And he attacked with the Batter Skull. Good for 10.
I almost don't mind hitting the binding to reset it. I almost don't mind that.
He is now empty. Well, body goes back to the third from the bottom, so he don't get it that turn. Little Teferi might have been better there. But now, I mean, that Teferi is on life support as the Trampler construct's going to come in. And
Because
they're both 4/4s, right now. He has to quit
1,
first.
2, 3, 4. He doesn't have the mana to bounce it to hand, so it will die.
He's going to rid of 6. Okay. Kill the fairy. Okay. I think Crumb's more interested in just getting in for lethal. Try not to let Peyton stabilize.
With the Batter Skull lifelink, that's what's going to stabilize him here.
Well, true, but he just passes, no attacks. Interesting. I thought maybe you heat the pressure on.
Ren 6 is it 2? There we go. Thank you, Crumb. Small die.
I'm really surprised he didn't attack there. I mean, I figured you put the Shadow Spear, equip it, and go.
I think you don't want Peyton to gain as much life as he can.
Double bolt. Woo, that's why he didn't do it. He was holding the fire.
No, he can reset the Batter Skull here.
Can he reset and cast?
Yes.
Double fetch down to 8.
He can't. He cannot reset and cast. He's 1 mana short for that.
Double fetch down to 8.
I'm pretty sure Peyton's on top deck mode here too.
Yeah, I mean losing that to Fairy was big.
Maybe he can. 1, 2. Yeah, he can. No, he's 1 short from resetting it.
No, nope, he can do it. He had enough. Okay. Well, that's big. Now, Chrome to find a way to deal with the germ. We're kind of just chilling.
Fatal push.
Saga back, man. Ren and Saga.
Fatal push.
Ren and Saga. Name a better combination than Ren and Saga.
Name a better combination than Ren and Saga.
Ren plus up, get your Saga back. I mean,
Hogak and Bridge from Below.
That's pretty good. Fate was looting Artifact Phoenix. I just people love that deck.
Ooh. Snap Bolt. Bolt Snap Bolt. Okay, I think that might be a conversation. Bolt Snap Bolt or Ren Saga?
Oh, it's Ren Saga.
Ren Saga?
Ren Saga. I mean, listen, Bolt Snap Bolt is a lot of damage, but the value you get off the Ren and 6 Saga, you're making XX tokens that are just growing with everything you play. Peyton's in the tank mode here. This is how we go to time here. We're waiting and seeing. Let's see here. I mean, if he has some, let's see, we got Verdict maybe? Is he really popping on a Verdict? Solitude. Goodbye, Mr. Token.
1, 2.
Okay.
So he gains 3. Goes to 23 here.
You're going to take 4 from the...
So go down to 19. Peyton will go to 12. This game 1, it was looking hopeless for Peyton at the beginning, but he has brought it back.
Well, that thing was bigger than we thought. It's like Bolt takes care of that. Crumb is down to 20 now.
Oh, I didn't add the plus from Shadow Spear.
Yeah, Crumb's in the 20 now. Okay. Oh, Ren's dead too? Okay. Peyton.
I bet you that the Batter Skull went at the Ren.
Yeah, you probably
That's probably what happened.
Makes us another Saga token here. At the end of his turn, he fetches down to 19, I'm guessing. Flight tools are hard to tell right now.
I think they're pretty accurate.
Let's try to make
I think
sure.
that is accurate.
I guess for Chrome, he's going to make some more Saga tokens, and he has made 1 card in hand. He's used 3 bolts. So, I mean, Fatal Push is on a bad draw to get rid of that.
Is Crumb running Spyro?
I don't know.
Season Pyromancer?
Makes another Saga token, trigger, goodbye, go get you what? Probably the Spell Bomb now. He's probably run out of gettables. There is Spell Bomb.
I mean, you got Shadow Spear, Springleaf Drum, Spell Bomb, Pyrite Spell Bomb.
I wonder if Peyton's playing Memory Deluge. That'd be something you could snipe with the Nihil Spellbomb, but some blue white controllers play it. But he's playing a more low to the ground Stoneblade deck, which we haven't seen a Stoneforge Mystic
We
yet.
haven't seen Stoneforge yet.
We didn't see the Blade. We've seen all the artifacts. That's hard to complete.
We've seen Blade and Batterskull.
But he's up to what, 7 lands? Can he hardcast a Cauldron?
Oh yeah.
Thoughtseize. What do we got? Prismatic and
He has to have 8 lands.
Rips.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because he returned the Batterskull and replayed it.
there's Tarmogoyf, the once $100 card, and now is a mere $15.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Still a great card though.
You know what? So let's talk about this for a second. You know, Tarmogoyf used to be $100. Dark Confidant used to be $100. Lily of the Veil used to be $100. You know, Jund in its heyday used to be, oh, you want to show off, say you got money, you play Jund.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with all these reprints and everything that's going on, you know, it's really tanked the value of a lot of cards. I mean, look at Tron.
Yeah.
Tron used to be
$300-400 now. It used to be about
yeah,
$1,000.
it used to be about $1,000. Now it's only $300.
That's great for the game though. You want to be more accessible, I think.
Well,
I mean, of
you want
course.
it to be available to the players, but at the same time, it's going to hurt those who collected the cards when they were high. You know,
Sure. I get it. I mean,
like when I had Goyf, I paid $80 a piece for my Goyfs. I paid.
Little Teferi coming in, going to probably bounce the Tarmogoyf or bounce the Saga token. Probably Saga token. I'm gonna guess. I'm going to lean to kill the token, draw a card. Cause he can block the Goyf with the Batterskull. Peyton in the tank. Let's have a good time. And-
We're still in game one.
Ooh, we're thinking.
He
Bounce
bounces-
the binding.
He's resetting his binding.
He's like, okay, I don't care what you ragged, man. Let me go ahead and get rid of that Tarmogoyf.
Binding Goyf.
Bye bye, Mr. Goyf. Hopefully, we drew some interactions. What he's hoping for. Attacks with the Batterskull, gain some life. We got 15 to 15, 15 all. What a
turnaround for Peyton.
What a way to bounce back. What a way to fight. I don't know if he's still. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Counterspell. Oh, he did rip the counterspell. Heat. Ooh. Chrome is just casting spells. We're just getting all kinds of crazy. Ragavan is now uninhibited. We're going to equip the Shadow Spear to the yep.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5s. The one with the Shadow Spears is 6/6.
2/2 Ragavans.
When Ragavan deals damage, they'll get bigger with the treasure.
Do they get?
It won't happen then because it's on damage.
Yeah.
But
It's almost a lethal attack, right?
yeah, we're getting close.
Well, Chrome kills the fairy with one of the tokens. With the trigger with the Ragavan. Maybe no trigger with the Ragavan. No, looks like no trigger with the Ragavan. Maybe Ragavan went for the fairy. Peyton's down on the 4. This is where Verdict is needed off the top. Verdict one time. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, one spam magic card. Peyton now thinking about his hands. I mean, does he want to bounce the Batterskull? Or does he want to play JMS and Brainstorm? Okay, JMS. I don't know. Can he JMS and have Verdict in the top 3? Yeah, he could. Here we go. Verdict will. Ooh, no Verdict. I think that might be game mode. He needed to hit a Verdict off that JMS. He didn't hit it. If he's playing Verdict, I'm sure he's playing one copy. Very nice. What's his plan here? I think he's just dead. I don't know what anything else he can do. Say go, but he's dead on the crackback. Looks like game 2 is fastly approaching. Saga. Did he say pass? No, he's not passing. He's attacking.
He
red
has to
zone.
swing in.
Here we go.
What do you have?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Yeah, just
Go into game 2.
just holding up a little bit. Little gamesmanship there. Make him think. Make your opponent think a little bit.
Or is that just Peyton? You know, he tends to go to time. Is he trying to get that draw?
Yeah, no, it's a little bit of gamesmanship. Listen, don't show him your dad. I mean, listen, that was a great fight back from the blue white deck.
You know what? Respect. You know what? He could have had a Settle the Wreckage in hand.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
I know it's not a modern card, really, but it's a gotcha card.
Yeah, we called that JMS was definitely a called shot for Supreme Verdict. He had the 4 mana, and he couldn't see it, or something that could.
Wrath of God.
If he's playing that too, some kind of board wipe.
Yeah.
For Peyton, I mean, blue white deck. I mean, I wonder if some needs to play Spreading Seas on this side. That could snipe Sagas. I don't know if they do it anymore. Probably not. It's probably old tech. for Crumb, I mean, you could see. Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know how to sideboard this match.
I'm not either, especially these two decks. These two players know a lot about their archetypes when they play a
So,
good bit.
Jund Saga, actually, I know what Saga could bring in. Saga's probably bringing in EE to get rid of the living weapon tokens. More than likely. Jund Saga, you don't really care about Haywire Might.
Haywire, well, no, Crumb has Haywire Might. It does kill Leyline Binding. Could get a stress back.
Yeah.
So that's maybe not.
Haywire Might be a good one.
It also can destroy artifacts that the sword.
Yeah, right. So yeah, Haywire Might. I don't know what I was saying. I guess I'm.
Well, we just think about it more. I mean, it's traditional blue white control, maybe not, but definitely the Stone Blade list. You're definitely probably bringing your artifact. Hey, if you got it. I don't know if they play stuff like Force of It or not.
I do know that Peyton was talking about running Kimba
Kimba.
in his list.
It's a pretty sweet card from the new set. Or from no, the set before that.
Or was
All-
the set
all-
before that? All these
no.
sets are coming out so quick.
All will be one. That was the second to most recent.
So, for those of y'all who don't know, Kimba is a 2-mana cat. Whenever he enters the battlefield, you can attach an equipment to him that's already on the field. Equipped creatures you control get +1/+1, and he has just pay 5 mana, create a 2/2 cat. And with his static ability saying that whenever him or a cat enters the battlefield, attach an equipment, you just get a free equip for, well, it's not really free, it's 2 mana, or 5 mana for 2/2 that equips, but it's a good little card.
It's got some utility.
Only 7 legendary.
Yeah. Big negatives about that, but I mean, I think Wizards are doing their best bet to try to keep things power leveled in the right way. So let's see. I wonder if Peyton would play the new card from the new set, the sword of
The sword, not Forge and Frontier.
the blue black sword.
Yeah, so the blue black sword is a it's the blue black sword lets you snap mana cost 2 or less,
Yeah.
and it lets you loot, I believe.
Like Peyton's on a mulligan. Crumb is keeping his. I don't know what the name of the sword is. Something future. Something sword of something future. Type sword. Maybe it'll pop up a list. The Crumb kept at 7. They were going. Maybe. I don't know. Peyton is deciding his mulligan decision. Put his hand out. Down to 5. Ouch. If it gets a Thoughtseize deck, you definitely don't want to mulligan down. Bad news beats for Peyton. Looks like Chrome's got maybe a Thoughtseize. Can't tell if he got a Saga. Peyton down to 5 here.
Sword of Once and Future.
That's blue black sword.
Blue protection from blue black, +2/+2. Whenever it deals damage, you surveil 2, like I said. I thought it was like a loot effect. Then you may cast instant sorcery, mana value 2 or less, without paying its mana cost.
Alright, well,
So he would get to recast his counter spells, which isn't really a good target.
Yeah.
His prismatic ending,
it could be.
I don't know how that
Tiny
would.
Restriction works. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how the converge on that would work.
Right, probably not.
Wouldn't it just be mana cost 0 for the?
Peyton display. I wonder if he has Leyline. Well, maybe he played Glacial Fortress. So like Chrome's going to hit with a Ragavan again. I don't know if Peyton can have. He says he has a pitch Solitude he wants to go with, but he's already on mold 5. I don't think you want to go down unless you have to. Chrome starts the
Look.
attack.
Look, Peyton survived 4 Ragavan hits back to back to back, round 1 or game 1 here. I think he's like, or you know what? I almost pulled it off. I think I can take these hits.
Maybe he's got
again.
Fire and Ice. We did see a copy of Fire and Ice game 1. They were on Fetch Shock. Yep, Siemens. Yeah, we're going for Fire and Ice. 1 to Rookie, 1 to Rag. His primary is like 2019 or 18 from the Fetch. Maybe on 17 if it gets. I'm guessing that's what it is. Has to be. Pew pew. Bye bye, Ragavan. Take 1, Crumb.
Oof.
Fire and Ice is a good card. So much utility. Crumb plays land.
I kind of wish it was like Wear Tear, where you can cast both halves.
You know, you're asking for too much from a really good card. I feel like at that point. I mean,
But I mean,
tap something,
Wear
draw a
Tear's
card,
the same way.
deal 2 damage.
1 mana, destroy an artifact. 2 mana, destroy a creature or enchantment. I mean,
So you want to tap something, kill something, or deal 2 damage to the face and draw
for
a card?
4 mana.
That's a lot. I don't know. Thoughtseize by Crumb. Goodbye, rest in peace. Hello, Termaglyph. The other Thoughtseize, doubling down. Bye bye, Chalice of the Void. Man, Thoughtseize, we've seen a lot of Thoughtseize tonight, and it's been pretty good every time.
I mean, Hand Disruption is amazing.
It's pretty good.
Especially when they run a mold 5.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. Mulling in this matchup, not great for the control deck, so you're going to lose resources from the Thoughtseizes. I wonder what Crumb does here. Saga. Get that engine going. Ragavan dash.
Monkey. Dash monkey, dash
Flip.
monkey, dash monkey. Ooh.
Sawtooth, bye bye.
I'll take that solitude and get a treasure too.
Man, I tell you what, we're in 6. Oh, so much good stuff. I'm like paying some counter magic.
Land and
Maybe
Prismatic Ending.
Bye bye, Ren. Which is good if you want that Saga loop to be stuck on here. Payton's in top deck mode. Not great for him. It's like the monkey might be getting some free hits here.
Crumbs at 2 cards in hand?
More
3
than that,
cards.
3 with
3
the
cards.
Ragavan. And he was like a fetch. Down to 9. He's been pretty aggressive this game. I mean, I thought we were almost playing their Jeff deck. There's Monkey Dash going in. Peyton takes it. Flip.
Leyline Binding. Dash monkey, dash monkey, dash monkey. Ooh.
Okay, tap draw. Peyton. Good to see what it was. Kind of slowly thinking about it. Never really know what Peyton what he's got because, typical control player, hand down, card down. Looks like the roll's over. Might always have it though.
In the wise words of a pleasant Kenobi, never didn't have it.
We'll see here. Rayman. With the Saga trigger here, probably getting our token. Why not? Keep
Crumb's
going.
going fast again.
Hey,
You know,
again, he smells blood in the water.
Yeah.
You get the control player on 1. You bet to go 3-0 at FNM, but be playing around 4 probably on camera. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I'd be playing fast too. You smell blood, you just keep going, keep attacking. Payton looked at his card. Probably think about how he's going to die and think about the Pithing Needle.
I'd be thinking about my next Jimmy John shift.
Pithy Needle for Crumb. I want to guess Teferi Time Rattler. Maybe Teferi.
Chase the Mind Sculptor, because that could dig him to the answer he needs.
True. But I'm going to say Teferi Time Rattler. I'm going to take a guess here. Shot in the dark. We can tell you next round what it was if you care enough. Shock in. Down to 7. Attack with the Ragavan token. Peyton goes down to 8. Flips another binding. Okay. I mean,
This monkey putting in
I think it's
work.
like we're Supreme Verdict or Bust here off the top.
We are.
We need a Supreme
We're
Verdict.
verdict or bust.
Thoughtseize. Land. Okay.
We're verdict or bust. This is a Crumb game unless he has a verdict here. And Leyline of Sanctity.
That would have been good on turn 0. With all the Thoughtseize this Crumb had.
Look at that.
Plays the ley line.
Look at that Crumb shot. Look at that Crumb shot.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Yeah, this
looking like this might be a quick match here. And we go tax.
and that's game.
All right.
All right, we got Crumb pulling it off from Blue White Blade as
Saga.
clean 0-2. You know, we will.
I think the hand disruption was too much for Peyton Overcome, especially in game 2 with the mold of 5. I mean,
Mold 5, double Thoughtseize. I mean, Peyton.
it's just hard to come back from that.
Game
from any
2
deck.
was not happy. Game 2, the hand disruption alone. Even if he did have 7, I mean, double Thoughtseize.
Yeah, but I mean,
You're in better shape.
Let's think. On a mold of 5 control deck, you're probably keeping 3 lands, two cards.
3 lands, counter spell,
If you-
removal.
Which he had the Thoughtseize were huge. I mean, the moral of the story of this match: Thoughtseize good card, Saga and Ren's busted.
Yeah. Oh, we do need to find out what he pithing needled. Just out of curiosity.
We'll
He
talk
could have
about
also been Stoneforge.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll tell you next round.
All right, y'all. We are going to be right back. Again, thank you for tuning in. We're going to have a round 4 coming to you real shortly here in South Charleston, West Virginia at Lost Legion Games and Comics. Feel free to check them out on TCG Player, and their storefront is Lost Legion Games and Comics. Again, this channel is also, in thanks to Mr. Spartan himself letting us do this, and we will be right back, y'all. Welcome back, everybody, to round 4 of Modern FNM here at Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. Stream brought to you in part by the last Spartan himself, who is here co-commentating with me tonight.
Rare occurs, one night only.
One night only.
We'll see. I like to play Magic more than I like to commentate. But it's fun to commentate. I'm enjoying it.
It's enjoyable. It's definitely enjoyable.
Thank you, work, for calling me out so I could play tournament.
So, hey, that's that free 2-hour pay though. I mean, it wasn't really free, but so yeah, here we're gonna have a matchup we saw as the bonus matchup, except this has got different Jund Saga player. We got Jeff on Death Shadow. Mr. Two Lands seems to always win.
Two Lands gets there.
Two Lands gets there. And we got Crumb, which we just saw on Jund Saga.
So we know, I'm pretty sure that both players are also 3-0.
Yeah, both players are 3-0.
So that they,
3-0, none of them have had buys. So
yeah, so this is straight, come to FNM with your brew, running the room. We'll see who gets the title. Oh, we get the 1 die high roll. Looks like, I'm going to guess Jeff won. Maybe it could be
Crumb just rolled a 6.
Well,
Unless they're doing low roll.
yeah, possibly. Here we go. Oh yeah, Gigantha, the companion.
Yeah. I had that on my mind, but like,
Looks like the
Only-
players are
only-
going to be splitting the top prize and playing for the as
They're
we call it,
playing-
for the foil pack, which is, if you don't know, top 4 here at Lost Legion gets a promo pack, and whoever gets first place gets the foil promo pack, which, even though foils are still up there, I'm personally the one that doesn't want the foil pack.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, foils, their price is the same.
well, it's not even just the price value. It's, going and playing in competitive settings across the country. You don't want to have key cards foil if they're in your deck.
Yeah.
It kind of seems a little.
Good old Collect the Company in my Angels deck, that little controversy from the RC a couple months ago.
Pringles.
It's like, Fetch Shock Ragavan.
So Crumb won the draw.
Jeff seeing the power of all these red cards tonight playing against these other decks.
That shock push.
Tail is all it. So, I'm surprised Jeff just went ahead. Now that he's up to the Dash Ragavan, usually, against decks like Jund Saga, you kind of just want to wait because you can eliminate the dash potential. Now, the guys against Murktide, I understand pushing it on that turn because they're tapped out for counter magic.
Right.
But a deck like Jund Saga, I think you should just hold it up because now if Prum has Dash Ragavan, we're playing the same dance over again. But we'll see here if he gets punished for that move. Crumb goes fetch. Ren 6. Okay.
Ren 6.
Not punished. But again, I'm intrigued.
What is Jeff's way here to answer a uncountered Ren 6?
How to handle Ren 6?
Yeah,
Jeff
he
plays,
can handle it on the counter, but it's on the field. So besides his threats, how does Jeff deal with it?
Jeff is playing 3 Grist in the main.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure possibly in the sideboard he's playing a card called Eliminate. Have you heard of Eliminate? It's a 2 mana instant. It destroys target permanent 2 or less. I'm pretty sure.
Well, luckily we have this handy dandy little card bot here. If I know how to spell.
Crumb's got Saga Ren. 3 or less. See?
Destroy target creature is planeswalker mana value 3 or less.
That's a Glissa. Oh, hotness. Jeff cycles a street raid looking for a counter spell. He don't want to deal with that Glissa.
And he did not find one.
The street raids keep losing life. Come on, baby. Papa decent. He got Drown the Lock, and Drown the Lock has has one card in the yard. That's not going to work. Stubby? We'll consider. Look for Stubby. We're digging. We're digging deep here. He's thinking about it, so it's not definitely snap counterspell. Or snap push. Push gets it here too. I think Jeff needs to get a threat out before. That's why he's probably rushing all this life loss. He wants to get a threat out before that Ren 6 Saga becomes a problem. Here's Island, Fetch, Shock. Maybe we'll get a Murktide here. Hopefully, that's probably the best thing Jeff can do right here.
Shadow.
It's a 2/2.
Which sadly dies to push.
Yeah. Definitely not the threat you want to see here. Definitely,
it also dies to bolt.
With the start Jeff had, you really kind of wanted to see the Murktide with all the cards he threw in the graveyard.
Well, it would have been nice to see that, but the Murktide itself would have only been a 4/4.
Because
there was only a consider and a consider and a push, so it would have been a 5/5.
It's like Bliss might be getting in here. We're trying to figure it out. Crumb. Bolt the Shadow. Does Jeff have Dismember? Could be big here, or he could have a dress down. Well,
I see an Archmage's Charm.
Oh, he lets it happen. Interesting. Glyph attacks.
I see he has Archmage's Charm, Brazen Borrower.
Jeff has got to read the card. We got a reader.
We got a reader.
Brazen Borrower. Back to the hand. We're on an adventure with that. But it looks like Chrome's going to start sagaing up some tokens, so not great for Jeff. That
Jeff's going to be in a tight one here.
He needs to find the grist, but I don't know he's going to have time to. That ring's close.
I think he just drew the grist.
Did he?
I think he did. Isn't that grist on the top card underneath it? Yeah, he drew the grist.
Thing is, you don't have a creature to play. If he has land, maybe a shadow, do you trade a shadow in for the Ren 6, or you just pass? He's holding. I bet he's going to. He has Archmage's Charm. He might steal a Saga token to kill it with the grist to kill the Ren 6.
Or just flash in the Brazen Borrower to swing in over to keep the Ren in check.
True.
That way he can utilize his grist.
A lot of lines here for the Death Shadow player.
Oh, especially now he's got 3 mana.
Yeah. Power Unbound, getting past that second land drop. Yeah. He might be able to double spell now too.
Oh, pardon me.
That's like Crumb made a token. As a classic Saga player would. I'm guessing he's going to make another token on his upkeep. Now I'm kind of hoping Jeff's sandbagging an Archmage's Charm so he can kill that Ren 6. That'd be
hot.
It'd be an awesome line. And then, as we talked about last game, there's 3 mana spells maybe not being good enough for the deck. They could show off the true power here.
Yeah, they could.
Back-to-back turns.
You know that I did hear Jeff say tonight the one time he saw Grist tonight, it was an all-star.
Right. Saga trigger, yep. Classic Crumb making another guy. Probably getting the Shadow Spear, I'm gonna guess. Seems like he's always his first get, but he could maybe take Jeff's on Murktide and get the Nihil Spellbomb. We'll see.
There's
Spellbomb. I heard Crumb emphatically say Spellbomb. I could hear it from the other room. He was like, boom, baby, here it is. Sorry, Murktide.
Look, Crumb gets aggressive. Just sit back.
He's a shark.
This past month, watching this, anytime Crumb's on here,
Shark in the water.
Gets aggressive.
Shark in the water, snake in the grass.
No, like there was one time, like it was with his Ragavans. He said, "I want to look at this card. I'm flipping your card."
Here goes the attack with the Saga token. Jeff, as a shadow player, enjoys it. Probably
make me lower, baby. Make me lower.
Down to 7. I guess Crumb's going to redeploy a Saga. I think Jeff's going to take that untapped, I think. Here we go. Come on. Archmage's Charm. One time from the heavens.
I think it's the Flash Break.
From the heavens. No. You look in his graveyard. They're asking probably about Murktide food. Looks like he's got 2. Make it a 5/5 if you want to get rid of it.
I think it's Flash Brazen Borrower.
Come on. I really want it to be an Archmage's Charm still in the grist. Show me the 3 mana spells, baby. Do you count Brazen Bar or a 2-mana spell or a 3-mana spell? It's 3 mana to cast it. Oh nope, you're right. Flash and Brazen Bar. Okay.
Dude, that's why I love Brazen Borrower. If I could play it more in Pioneer, I would.
Brazen Bar's a great card.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a 3-mana, 3/1 beater in the air.
Yeah, that was a Ren and 6 ping. So it can take the Ren off ult, but he's just going to.
Which it is.
Yeah. Which means you got to do here. He has Bolt.
And now he can cash it in with his Grist and take care of a Construct, or I don't know what else he has.
Ren's on 4. I don't know what he's going to do here. I mean, he could do Grist, cash it in on a Construct, or he could kill. Well, no, he wouldn't attack the. He wouldn't attack.
Does Grist? Is it non-land permanent?
It's creature planeswalker. You can't get the Saga with it.
I'd say if
he
it was.
He passes. Interesting. Must have counter magic in hand? I'm guessing. Ren is going to cash in on that. Crumb having the second Saga in hand, yeah, no worries at all. Let's play it out. We're going to make a tokens the next couple turns. Come at me. I wonder if Jeff has spreading seeds on the side. We talked about that too. Here we go. Construct. Here we go. Attacks for 1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
3?
3. They are 3s.
That's 6 damage. Charm.
Steal 1, trade it. Oh no, he's drawing 2.
Interesting. Go to 1. It's Death Shadow deck. We're used to this. Up against the green.
I think that was another charm he just drew.
Yep.
He drew Murktide, which wasn't enough because he didn't have enough blockers.
Yeah. All right, we're on to game 2. Jeff's got to be hoping for maybe some light destruction in the sideboard, maybe. Also might attack Crumb's Graveyard. No, he's a Jund Saga deck.
Alright, so EE. Both parties bring in EE here. Jeff brings it in for EE on 0, EE on 2. 2 for the Goyf, the Ren and 6, 0 for the Constructs.
I agree.
Crumb brings it in for the 1-drops.
Crumb has Haywire Might. He has Pithy Needle. There's not good here. Crumb does have Grist on the side that does deal with Murktide region, so we'll probably see Grist coming on his side too.
Well,
and with Crumb being a Saga deck, in the Rens, I mean, he's way more easy to get to 3 than Jeff is.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I said, Jeff also, I think, has a Leyline of the Void in the sideboard. So, might bring that in to stop the Ren loops.
Slows down the Ren loops, shuts off Tarmogoyf a bit.
Shuts off Hammertime, stops the Ren loop with the Saga. I think that's definitely got to come in here. In my opinion.
Let's see if we can tell. Crumb's deck is so low to the ground, you might even consider taking out, like, the Stubborn Denials.
Yeah. Alright, looks like where players are done going to the sideboard here, so we're going to game 3. Or game 2, I'm sorry. Get my mind right here.
If he's still going, we can go to him. If he's still going.
We're discussing something, maybe how cool Jingantha is. The new art Jingantha looks amazing. Have you seen it?
It does, yeah.
All the new companions look great.
So I did just get the Zerta, and I started looking more into the art of the Zerta. I'm not a big fan. It kind of reminds me of the Scorched from Fallout 7.6. It's got like crystals hanging on it.
That's kind of the Ikoria theme. It's like Jeff's on a mulligan. Quick shuffle. Doesn't even want to like just get that bad juju. Like Crumb's taking his 7 in right now. Jeff insta snap keeps, throws the card down, must have everything he wants. Land go. Crumb's keeping 7. We're off to the races here. Mountain Monkey? Wow.
Mountain Monkey.
Man. Ragavan. Oh, Jeff has fetch push. Again. Well, with Jeff's on the play, he might have a 2-drop he wants to play out or hold counter magic. Again, I bet he's, again, I guess still wants round 6. You gotta have counter magic up. Jeff draws. I'm guessing the land go here.
Alright. Shock. Island. He said, I'm going to throw that spreading seas over here.
There it is. And that's what I said. I think Jeff brought in that concept for Saga. So make that basic land unplayable for you. But like Crumb's got a fetch land, so it'll be fine. But Spreading Seas, yeah, I love that card.
Oh, yeah.
Cast for blue for spell bomb. Okay. And then play the fetch land.
Turn off one of your opponent's lands and replaces itself. If you're spicy, you throw in something with Island Walk.
Hey, there's a mono blue tempo deck that's been going around that I'm a little intrigued with. It plays Spreading Seas, it plays some chalices, it attacks that kind of stuff. It's a pretty cool deck.
Mono Blue Prison?
It's more tempo. You play Brazen Bar or V-Click. But anyway, back to this match. Crumb's going to go ahead and cashing the spell bomb. It's like, I'm not getting killed by an early Murktide here by Jeff. Jeff's on 3 lands again, so we are
off to the races.
He has a waterlog growth. You might want to sack that to draw a card, though.
I mean, Jeff knows he can function off 2 lands pretty easily.
Roll the action. Crumb's going to untap draw. Unless he has a land here, he can't win a 6. Oh, he drops a land. Drops something. Oh, is that a Saga?
It was a fetch. I believe that's a fetch.
Can't tell.
Is it a fetch?
The fancy fetch, but it is. Oh, there's Saga.
Saga.
Saga tapping for
Shadow
Spear. Pass back to Jeff. Jeff's probably deciding wants to pop that Grove. He is.
Yeah, he
Draw
is.
a card. We are now powered down. We only have 2 lands. Still, I mean,
I think I just saw an E in his hand.
could be big for the Saga tokens, which
No,
Crumbs
it's
have
dress down. That's dress down.
also kill Saga tokens. Dress sounds pretty good here. It can pump his stuff and kill Crumb stuff. Again, with the Shadow deck, you want to deploy your threat and hold up plenty of interaction to keep it alive. And Crumb Sink. I mean, think about the Saga decks too. You want to keep up the 2-mana tap, but also you want to progress your board state. So,
I mean, that's one of the reasons I never could get behind putting Saga in Stoneblade. Just because Stoneblade wants to be an aggressive deck and Saga makes you slow down.
yes and no. I mean, I think Saga, what it does is it makes you have to put your lines a little differently. Like, you got to decide if you're going all in on the Saga or... I mean, decks like Hammer are slowing down playing that type of card. it lets you pivot yourself into a more mid-rangey strategy. Those kind of decks.
Pivot. Oh, you know what? That would be a good blip. The pivot from Friends. Whenever they have to pivot the match. Pivot.
Yeah, that line was completely ad-lib at the time. They were just frustrated trying to move that couch.
Yeah, that was a legitimate reaction.
Yeah, he was just tired of moving that couch around. Like, Jeff's tired of drawing lands probably now. Was the 4th land drop coming into play? Shocking it again, down to
He's
9.
gonna be like, you know what? I want 8 waterlogged groves.
At some point, at Jeff's you got to find your limit not to die. So.
True.
Oh, there
I mean,
we go.
We could have the
There it
stray
is.
bolt from Crumb.
Crumb makes a token. Fetching. Going to roll the dice. 14. Okay. going to counter the bolt. Keep his shadow
Counter
up.
the bolt.
It's at the end of the turn still, so Crumb will untap, make a token, go get it.
Be a 3/3 and a 4/4 because he's going to equip the one with the Shadow Spear.
You would think. But he's got something better to do. Oh, there's Saga token.
3/3 and a 4/4.
There's usually not much better to do in a Saga deck than make a Saga token when you're built on that strategy.
Actually, they're going to be 5/5s because this Saga is going to get another artifact here. It's going to be a 5/5 and a 4/4. So.
Pyrite Spellbomb.
5/5, 4/4.
Ooh, Pyrite Spellbomb can also
Kills
kill
the Shadow. I think you kill the Shadow
That's
and just
big.
swing
Yeah,
in.
there it goes.
Yeah, you kill the Shadow and
Big
swing in.
goose. Well, Jeff's got something.
What's he got?
Oh, Dismember in response to stay alive.
Non-summon sick construct.
Keep his shadow alive. That's a big turn there. Shadow is now what, a
6/6.
6/6 with 2 damage on it from the Pyrite Spellbomb.
And
That's
he can
like-
only do 2 through. He's got 3.
Plan go. It's big for Jeff. Your big turn for Jeff.
I do not believe
If
that
he can-
Shadow Spear is equipped.
Looks like Crumb's got a Ren in hand. And a Turok. Is that a Turok I see? No, it's not Turok. Can't be.
I think we're about to see what it is.
Jeff's going to dress down. Ooh.
Make it a 13/13, swinging in. 1 life.
Crumb's at 1. This is where you wish you read that to have a little bit of bold action. Oh, it does kill the Saga token too, so that's big. That's actually a huge dress down. I should both sides.
Yeah,
of that
no,
there.
that's Turok.
It's Turok.
No. Yeah. I always get Turok and Dathy confused if the mana cost.
Looks like
I know one of
nope.
them.
Dash or Rag.
Just see what he hits. Maybe.
Maybe you can drop a bounce effect, maybe like a Brazen Bar. No push. Okay.
And I think that push makes it game.
Turok for a blocker. We have a blocker. Jeff needs to find a way to kill it or bounce it. Tempo deck.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's
Brazen Bar.
game.
All right, game 3.
Going into game 3. We've had some really good Magic tonight.
Yeah, it's been great to watch. Jeff having everything he needed there. The push, the bounce effect. Again, Brazen Bar, it's a good tempo card, especially in the format where you're playing like, one creature that's a big fatty like a Murktide or, there with like a Saga token. I mean, it's got a lot of utility.
Look, Brazen Borrower is probably in my top 10 favorite Magic cards.
It's good.
It's probably in my top 10. I can hear Jeff and Crumb out there talking. Crumb said, "I wish I had Unholy Heat."
Unfortunately, he would have killed the big old.
Well, because he was a 7, it was a 6/6.
It would have killed that. Yep.
Would have killed it.
I mean, the Spellbomb was a good line. Jeff just having the Dismember. So, I mean, again, Jeff's status list, as we can see, has a lot of combat tricks. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
like, you think you're safe, but he has a lot of things. Ooh, Jeff is going back to the board. I wonder what he's taking out.
Luckily, I got a fairly good angle right now.
Couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell.
I bet he's bringing in 2 more dress downs if he has some. He's probably like, man, that card was great. If he has anything like that to bring back in.
I mean, it is. It pumps his shadows while killing the constructs.
Or maybe, yeah. I mean that play there. I mean, he brought it in, hit Crumb down the 1, and killed and wiped his board. I mean, and drew a card. I mean, that's a lot of value for 2 mana.
Now, here's the thing. Crumb is on the play here. If Crumb is super aggressive, which it's not looking.
No Ragaman start. That Vapor stuff. I hope Jeff has. I bet Jeff brought in back in his Spell Pierces for the Ren of 6 on the play on the
Oh, yeah.
on the draw.
That makes sense.
Because here, if Crumb just goes fetch land, Ren, Jeff really needs to counter it because it's going to bring a lot of value for Crumb.
Yeah, no, that's a good call.
Jun trying off the fetch.
That is a real good call. Jeff is a very intelligent Magic player.
Okay. He's well seasoned, I like to call it. Seen a lot of games. We'll see what Crumb does here. I'm gonna guess we're in a 6. No, we're in like a Thoughtseize? No, Spellbomb.
Spellbomb.
That seems pretty underpowered start for Crumb. I mean, hopefully Jeff's not spelling Murktide. Jeff's thinking about it though. Oh, he will spell Piercer. Get the value I can.
I think Jun Saga needs to see an explosive start against Death Shadow. Just in my personal opinion.
I mean, I think the longer the game goes, it does favor Jeff, but also Crumb, so he does have a Saga in hand. I mean, he can generate a lot of value.
He has Saga, Haywire Might,
Mites.
and I can't tell what's on top of Haywire Might. I think it's a Bolt.
Jeff plays land pass, probably holding up counterspell or some kind of interaction. Crumb also filling the yard up makes Drown the Walk a lot better.
I see a Dress Down, a Fatal Push, I believe, from Jeff.
Play Jeff Fed Bob, and he's feeling good. He's like, I am feeling good. I won that game too with some sweet lines. Here we are, playing for the promo pack, having a great time at FNM 3-0.
That is one thing I love about our crowd is we're all pretty chill.
Yep.
You know, like that's another thing I like about the way we do it here is, you know, you pay $5, you know, you might as well get something out of it. We all get pity packs. You know, you pay in, you get a pack just for playing. It makes the prize payout for the top end a little lighter, but you know, we're all fairly close friends here. And
Jingantha the hand, man. Crumb kept a slow hand. What's
maybe
he got?
he's gonna be methodical.
It's gotta be
man.
all interaction, right? Like, I mean, aren't you just banking on these Saga tokens getting them across the finish line?
I mean,
What's he?
I don't think he
what's
can though
got?
because
What?
Jeff runs Dress Down.
What's he got? I can't. Jingantha
He's got
lands.
I think
Jingantha,
he has
Bolt.
hunter removal.
He's got Jingantha, Bolt, Haywire Might.
Makes Saga token. Big shocker.
What? Why would he bring in Haywire?
I'm pretty sure I see a Haywire Might in
Figure
his
that
hand.
out.
I'm pretty sure that's a Haywire Might in his hand. I could be wrong.
It's like Jeff just plays land and go, man, the Shadow deck's at the 4 lands. Is he flooding?
He's only at 17.
Is he flooding?
All right, so Shadow Deck has 2 Dress Downs in hand.
I mean,
He's
Dress-
also got a Spell Pierce.
I know why. He can bust the dress down if he tries to trick him and kill him.
Yeah, but
No, he can't. He can't do that because it takes away he takes away Hammer Knight's ability. It's a creature that he can get off Saga. Maybe that's why.
maybe a blocker.
You know.
So I'm telling you, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a Haywire Might.
We'll find out. There's another one. Jess is
It might be-
salvating. He's salvating.
Oh yeah,
Dress downs.
he's got 2 Dress Downs. In
He's
hand.
salvating. He's like, I'm about to ruin this guy's whole day.
One problem for Jeff is that he has no way that I know of to kill red in 6,
We were talking about that.
unless he has the Shield Strategics in his board.
Well, he's got Grist.
He has Grist, and he brought his spell pierces back in on the draw, and he had it for turn 2, but Crumb didn't have it. So besides countering, that's all you can do. What is that on the field there? Springleaf drum.
Drum.
Maybe it was drum you saw, maybe not might. We'll find out.
I think he got the drum.
Draw
off his
Saga.
library.
What is that? Oh, another spell bomb.
Spellbomb.
It was not how Spellbomb, I think.
Okay, maybe it was spell bomb, not might. We'll see.
He is okay.
Is Jeff going to counter it? Yep, Jeff's counter it. He must be able to Murktide plan. He's going to dress down and wreck those tokens.
He's gonna dress down.
He has 2 dress on in hand. So.
If he has Thoughtseize, you can hit now.
EE.
D on
1.
1, yeah.
I like that play.
That's good. Keeps the Sagas at bay. Or the Shadows at bay.
I think Jeff's still just going to. Did he take the hit though?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fetch shark dress down.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna see if Crumb can beat a Murktide.
Yeah, basically that's where we're at now.
Because I think Jeff has it in hand. That's why he countered the Nihil Spellbomb.
Which I mean, I don't know how big the Murktide's going to be though. I mean, maybe a 5/5 currently, unless he has more ways to fill the yard up.
We have a Spell Snare, a Counter Spell, or
Spell
a
Pierce.
Spell Pierce, and a Counter Spell.
So right now,
It's a 5/5.
5/5
That's good
currently.
enough.
Yeah,
God's Fury.
yeah, it's good enough. I don't think Crumb's playing Unholy Heat and stuff. So Jeff plays land. It's like land Murktide slam.
Here's
we
the
are.
Murktide.
Yep.
He's a 5/5, as we talked.
Get Crumb, kill this threat. And how many turns you got? It's like a 3-turn clock. He's a 16.
4-turn clock. He's a 16. I need you to show your hand again, Crumb.
Yeah, we have no idea what Crumb's got.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be wrong.
A hard
I think-
angle.
I think Crumb needs a thought seize.
It may have been the springleaf drum I saw and thought was haywire.
Well, they got the theme them off the Saga.
It was the spellbomb.
Spellbomb.
So.
We know he's a Gigantha.
Yeah, we know he has Gigantha. I'm pretty sure he also has a bolt.
I mean, Crumb's just playing with his hand on the table like he's chilling, but, you know. he's
All right, there's that Glissa.
I don't think he has any way to deal with this Murktide currently.
All right.
You want shock? Wait,
I
clock?
think-
Yeah, shock.
All right, now he's on 3-turn clock.
Yeah.
I think you play Glissa.
Yeah. I think so too. What's Glissa's keywords?
She takes away counters.
Okay.
What do we know? Do we know her full name?
Turok. Kick Turok. Okay.
Oh.
That's not a bad one.
Oh, I think it's about to get hit with a
We know which
Glissa.
Glissa it is,
It's a little Glissa.
but do we know what the name is?
Sunslayer.
Sun
I
Slayer.
mean, dress sounds fine.
two.
but Drown
That's a
lock.
drown.
Yeah, I guess it too.
First strike, Death Touch. When it deals combat damage to a player, you choose one. You either draw a card and lose a life, destroy target enchantment, or move 3 counters from a permanent.
Secret Murktide tech then, I guess, a little bit. Didn't know that. That makes the card a little bit better, but still a 3/3, dies the bolt. Crumb down to 9. Okay.
Crumb is at 9.
Thinking this is going to be Jeff's match.
Jeff flooded. I mean, he's not flooded. He's still winning, but like,
I mean, we see him play on 2 all night.
Yeah.
Gigantha. I mean, you're okay with that. I mean, you're at 14. You have turned yourself into a blue-black control deck, not a blue-black shadow list.
Bitch.
It's like Jeff's wrapping it up.
Gotta stop giving my buddies free wins. That should be 4, not some bastard right there.
all right, there is our one word for the night to keep it PG-13.
Yeah.
Glad we didn't use that earlier. Yeah, I think
Are you sure I didn't cuss him on one game?
the mic's off out there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we only got audio here.
I need more dress downs in my deck.
There's a dismember.
Dress down's pretty good.
All right, dismember for
in this
the
game, Jeff dressed down, wiped Crumb's board, and hit for 13.
I don't know why I do that every game. Every time I play against Jeff, I just keep this dumb
Bad.
AF hand.
Crumb is at 4, going to 3.
I mean, Jeff's just chilling. I mean, I don't know how
Is
Crumb's
Crumb
going to
still
kill.
trying to imitate me? Is he on John Saga?
He is.
He is on John Saga.
It's like Jeff's going to go 2 over to John Saga tonight.
Get the fuck out.
Crumb bolt.
Death Shadow best deck.
All right, so Crumb,
Blue-black
Crumb
Shadow
just.
best
It's not even a shadow deck. It's a Murktide deck.
All right,
Shut up.
Crumb
Shut
just
up.
bolted Jeff.
He says he's going to build a Murktide. He's going to build a shadow deck. and he kills everybody with
What's
Murktide.
his? I don't
Shut
think.
up.
I don't
I'm
think
trying to think of what Crumb has
Why
here.
the heck?
he doesn't
heck
have
do I do that?
instants in his yard, so I
Like
think he
game
did
1,
that
I'm like,
so he
yeah,
keep
this
his life.
6-land hand will work. I can draw gas.
Now if he draws another bolt,
And that's game.
he drew another bolt, didn't he?
He drew another bolt. That's game. And Jeff was just sitting casually on a brazen bar where dressed down push.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just chilling all the interaction. You play one thread, you try to Jeff.
Jeff got it. So that brings round 4 to an end. It'll be an end to the night tonight. Jeff going 4-0.
Ran the room, baby.
Ran the room. Crumb 3-1 finish tonight. We appreciate everyone that joined in to check out this stream. The VOD will be uploaded to YouTube at some point at The Last Spartan MTG. And without further ado, we'd like to take all our viewers here over to one of our favorite channels, Mr. Young Dingo.
Mr. Dingo. He's playing some Yogg in the challenge.
Yeah, he's got some modern challenge going on with Yogg, is what we're about to go see. And
Thank you,
again, thanks for tuning into the stream tonight. Compliments of Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. Feel free to check them out on TCG Player. Thanks again to Mr. Last Spartan here. It was a joy getting to commentate with you tonight.
Fun times. What you gonna play?
Just a heads up, y'all. We may be seeing some things in the future that are a little unexpected. Would you say so, Mr.
We might
Fan?
be changing locations. We'll figure it out in the future, though.
But yeah, y'all. Again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you later. Peace. Invalid username.
We'll try this again. It's probably all one word. Young Ningo. Just one word. There you go. Yeah. One viewer going. Let's go. Small raid. Yeah.
It's a
3
raid
viewers.
nonetheless.
Yeah, we're jumping up. Yeah. Let's go. Everyone hop in the chat. Let's raid. Let's ride.